Christine was saying, it is calling for some things that we need to do. And so we are talking about a very kind of difficult thing, although authenticity comes natural for some people. And for others, they want to run so far from that thing of just being there and saying what you say and meaning what you mean. And at least not in the office, you know? So I want us to really be very candid. We are not taking notes about who is saying what. I want us to talk about this, because in my opinion, it is the killer, really the killer of teams. Because unless I am me, there is not very much else I can do. The best thing I can be is be Joyce. And since I'm a type 8, that's not an effort. It's just natural. It just comes and I am there. But not always. Caution about authenticity. So I'll try to go very fast. If I exceed 20 minutes, you just tell me to stop. So what is authenticity? Everybody talks about, do you know this word, authentic? What is it? What is it? You are very awake just now. That's Do we have microphones here? People want to talk.
To me, authentic is being true to self and being able to identify your unique self and being able to stand by it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Candy, did you want to say something? Or it was said? So, okay, anybody else who wants to say something about being authentic? Yes.
What I think is, to me, being authentic is just being real in action.
Has to be?
Being real in
being
action.
Real.
Real in action.
Yeah. Being real in action. So, how easy is that? It is the simplest thing, I think, on the face of the earth, right? The only thing you can be is you, but I want us really to discuss why this is. If it is not hard for you, it is hard for me. So maybe this is just something, this presentation is about me, not you. But let us just look at this. Can you go? Next slide is, we're saying authentic leadership is about being honest, open, and true to your values, showing who you really are. This is just one of the definitions. But what caught my thing there is about being honest, being open, and then true to your values. And you find that somebody was telling, I think it was yesterday, or I was hearing from somewhere else, you come, when you get to the door of your office, you leave yourself outside there. Is that anybody's experience? What happens? You leave yourself outside there, and when you try to be yourself, people just say, we don't need that stuff yet. We are working. Right? Is that true or not true? Does it happen a lot or not a lot? Does it even happen in NGOs, where we are actually working on social issues? And so I just wanted to ask them now, so this is being honest and being open and being yourself, who really you are. And one of the things that I have discovered, even sometimes when you ask somebody, who are your values? I can tell you those things outside the office. I don't do this, I don't do this. But when I get in that office, you shut your mouth completely. It is like you have taken an oath, because then you are watching who is not doing. Anybody here who knows what I'm talking about? You know, because then you don't want to move different things. And yet, leading is about, if people don't know who we are, And if we are not being open with each other, and some cultures are not like that. You know, you don't say what you mean something else and you say something else. But the kind of leadership, this authentic leadership that we are talking about, I don't know how we can do it and not be ourselves. Because what you are pretending to be and what you are in that storming stage in your life in the office because you don't agree with that. So I wanted us to talk a little bit about the characteristics, but I want us to spend some time with the challenges, and I want us to spend some time because it's not so straightforward. It is not just only what stops us from being honest, but what does it look like? When you see an authentic leader, how do they look like to you? Maybe you can discuss a few things. Who is an authentic leader? Or do you have them or do you have them? Who is an authentic leader? Anybody who can tell us? Or is this a foreign concept?
Sometimes they describe them as someone who is so principled.
Somebody who is not principled. Okay. What do you mean by principled?
He sticks to the rules, the policies with no compromise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Policies with no compromise. Okay, anybody else?
For me, I think an authentic leader is one who sticks to their values. Okay, they might also stick to the rules and policies, but I think somebody who goes above that and also lives their values, for me, that person is very authentic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, somebody who follows their values. Is somebody here?
I want to relate to type 9. Authentic leader, and also in relation to openness, is somebody who says no for no and yes for yes.
Mm-hmm. So they mean what they say.
They mean what they say.
You don't have to second guess them. Okay. Anybody else? What is authentic leadership? What is authentic? Back there.
I think authentic leaders are genuine, so the motive is good, and then they will be genuine and honest.
Genuine and honest. And we are supposed to be doing that? Okay.
Okay, so I think authentic leaders are the one who does right thing even if no one is watching. Yeah.
Okay. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I would say that an authentic leader is a leader whose words do not differ from his actions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Words do not differ from the actions that we do. So we keep going back to this. What is inside is what is coming outside. So you can tell an authentic leader by just the way they live their lives. The insides, are revealed in the outside, the way they relate with each other. So let's go to the characteristics of the. I want us to look at the key characteristics, and I wanted to say here, one of the things is leaders who are self-aware, who relational transparency is what you are talking about here, being able, saying what you are saying and meaning what you say. And here where they were talking about balanced decision making is when somebody is making decisions based on fact. And I don't know what your experience is in your offices. When I was leading a team here, one of the things is that you don't even wait to get the right information. Somebody walks to the boss and says, you know what? Bernard did A, B, C, D. And then you go there, you complain, you sing. The person who wants balanced decision making will seek the information, confirm the information, and then the trick I used to use in the office was to call the two people and just ask the person who was telling me about the other person to repeat what they say. And I know why you are laughing, because they stopped coming to me. Because then they were not really being honest and true, and they were trying to be. Did I press something? Okay. So it is balance. It is that balance, and then ethical leadership, honest and true to the bone. You know. So I want us to actually, before we talk about. So why do we need this as leaders? You have heard yesterday the dreams that we are talking about, how we are wanting to do things, how we are, we want to be transforming and changing the situation of the things, changing ourselves and changing others. So why do we need this thing? Why do you need to be authentic? Why do you need, what does it help you achieve? When you are being yourself, you are being honest at individual and at the team level. What does that, why do we need this? Or why don't we need this then? Why do we need authentic leadership? Yes, Peter.
To help make informed decisions.
To help make informed decision, okay. Why else? Yes, Sam.
I think leaders are role models. So if as a leader you're sending conflicting messages, different from your actions are not matching your words, then you're confusing the team that you're leading, I think.
Okay. So why do we need this thing for self and for teams?
I'm going to speak in the perspective of the teams. For me, a leader who is authentic provides some kind of security and safety for the team members, because you know what to expect of them when something is happening. It's not like they are going to make this decision and then after 5 minutes you're hearing a different communication.
Mm-hmm. So why do people need safety? Why does the team need safety? Do you want to say something more? Do you want to extend on that?
I think even individually as a person, when you feel safe, you're able to perform, you're able to stay grounded where you are and in whatever that you're doing, because you know that either you are not about to move away from that place unexpectedly, or you know that you are guaranteed that your place, it's just, for me, it's just rotating around being grounded and being able to perform because you feel safe. You know that this is my place, this is our place collectively, and we are all safe to be here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Anybody else? There's somebody back there and there's two here.
Okay, thank you. I think I need it because it shows accountability, transparent, and reduce bias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think authentic leaders demonstrate a clear vision for the team and for everyone, and then also confirm the security of, and then they provide a better environment for the entire team.
Okay, thank you.
Building on the safety, I was thinking about trust, that an authentic leader creates trust in their group because for the same reasons described, people understand that this is who you are, that they know that what you're showing today is the same you'll be showing tomorrow. And I think when there's trust in a team, it allows you to be closer to the truth when it comes to how you handle situations. People feel comfortable to really approach something with vulnerability. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think, okay, somebody want to say something? Yes, please.
Yes, I want to add on what my colleagues have just talked about safety. We normally, when we do our intervention, we talk about child protection rights and their safety. Sometimes we forget about the safety of the people, the team that we work with. So making sure that the safety of the environment, of the people that we work with is well protected. People are safe, because that's where we spend a lot of hours So it's very important for me. So making sure that in order for a person to deliver, we need to make sure that they are inputs. And one of the input is this, them feeling they are safe, they are protected, their well-being are well taken care of. But also in terms of authentic leader are the ones that make informed decisions. They get information from this and this side before they come to make a conclusion on a specific issue, so that decision become a very well-informed decision, and it's really for the benefits of the organization and the team that we work with.
Wonderful. We could go on, and I will stop here, but please put on the wire. I think it is some slide there. Can we actually do this work without being authentic? The central thing here about being honest and being open and really being who you are. Although now, after this, we talk a little bit for a few minutes about challenges, because I think we know that we need to be, but one of the most difficult places to do this is in an office, and yet a team that doesn't have this, and that is not authentic, that the leaders are actually, are you listening to what we are saying? If you are not authentic, you are constantly being dishonest and being somebody else in the office. So how does the transformation come when actually you are somebody else out there, and you are really trying, and yet the circumstances and the situations that we are in make it very challenging, at least for me, to really be able to be authentic. There's something about why. Why is this important? Okay. Okay. You just passed it. Okay. So I just want, this is just summarizing what you have all said. It builds trust and respect within your team. If actually you are a leader, and I know all of you are leading something, if there is no trust, like Joseph was saying there, and Martha and others, is that if there is no trust, being authentic builds trust. You know what you know, and you know what to expect, and you go there really knowing that the team cannot gel without people being honest and open with each other, and then, builds strong trust and connections with communities. What is in the office is what you transfer to the field. You really cannot, if you are being not honest there, and you are not connecting actually at that level, it is very difficult to do this. Then it helps align everybody with the mission of the organization. And that is why I was saying, can we do this work impactfully without being true to ourselves, being honest, and really connecting and having clear values at the personal and the group level. And then it says inspired loyalty from staff, volunteers, and donors. People that, you know what to expect. And some donors don't want to talk very openly because they are whatever being, whatever. But for me, this is one of the critical things. When somebody, you can tell when somebody is doing the job of hiding this and hiding this, and there's one report to the donors, and then there's the reality, what happens on the ground. And you can tell when people are not authentic. And then creates culture where people feel valued, heard, and motivated to contribute. So not being authentic blocks the whole system. And you know how difficult or how it prevents you from doing what you are doing, you are wanting to do. It builds trust, encourages collaboration, and keeps everyone focused on the mission. I don't have to be thinking, so what is Mother doing behind the scenes here? What are they trying to do? We focus on the job that brought us here because, and then when leaders stay true to their values, they create lasting impact in their communities. Briefly, challenges, I think I'm almost out of time, but food for thought, because we really don't talk about this thing, and I didn't realize how much everybody else is talking about it, but not doing. Huh? We talk about it, or you're a person of integrity, I'm being honest, I'm telling you the truth, and then they go. I still remember one time talking to some group, and my boss just turned to me and he said, I deceived them again. And I was like, huh? So, 5, very briefly, just around your tables, what are the challenges? What is really stopping this so important thing from happening? You don't have to be in your teams, actually, you just talk, why? What are the challenges? Because definitely there are challenges, and yet we are saying for us, if really you are going to be able to drive this agenda of transformation, you need to be transformed the way you view yourself, the way you view others, the way you connect with your team. And if you are not yourself, who are they connecting with? They are connecting with somebody else, right? So just a few minutes to talk about what are the challenges. And if you don't have challenges and it is happening perfect in your office, please also share with us, because we would like to hear the miracle. And one of you will just share back. And be honest now. Do I have how many? I think we need to wind up. Okay, may I stop you now? And we just hear I can see everybody is completely into this thing. Because, okay, so can we just hear brief, just what did you discuss? What are the challenges? What are the challenges?
Yeah, thank you so much. And our discussion was based on your request of being honest. And we tried as much as possible to be honest in our discussion. And we even realized that to have a very honest leader in totality is not an easy thing. We even reflected back to our different organizations. And we realized that dishonesty starts right from project proposal when we are looking for fund. Now, when it comes to the actual implementation, as an organization, the reality is our organization would want to grow beyond the limit or the point at which it is at the moment. And the aspect of saving may arise. And that will definitely bring about some level of dishonesty because you may not be able to do exactly what you are meant to do because you have at the back of your mind to do some little saving to support the organization to grow. Mm-hmm. And one other thing that you said in your working style, when you were still working, somebody would come to you and in your own way of operation, you would now call all of them to get to hear from them. Yes, is a good thing, but that may also, in a way, prevent you from getting some of the critical information that ideally you should have had. It's not that all the information that people bring to you are good or are bad, but there are some instances that they can't be of help in as far as the management is concerned.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Just one other thing that someone shared in the group is one challenge with being authentic is the conventional way of, or at least what we think leadership is and appearing as a leader is like, and what we perceive others are used to in order to be able to maneuver, to like get things done. So there's the image we have about what is required to get things done. And so a leader is trying to embody that image instead of being who they
really are.
Yeah. Okay. You can share what we discussed. In the society, there's that bit of the desire to belong that hinders the leaders to be authentic. For example, you know what is supposed to be done, but because of the pressure from the team itself, you are inclined to them and be able to favor in terms of what the team desires in that particular line. And we're giving an example that you know maybe something is right and it's supposed to be done this way, but because this is what the team wants, you want it to go that particular way. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. The other teams, quickly. Anybody else want to say? You are talking a lot, so how come this?
Thank you very much. In our table, we discussed a lot. We also realized that the challenge would be it creates low self-awareness among the team because the team, if they are shut by the environment of the leadership, then they will start staying like fear, not being authentic, not being honest in whatever they share with the team. And then the other one is also that we realize it creates some kind of lack of space, good space for people to voice their concern because there's that kind of fear among the team.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think we'll stop there unless there's somebody else who wants to say something.
Yeah, thank you. There's another from our group. The challenges of being an authentic leader is miscommunication. Another one was donor, board, and government pressure. A good example was some government reports and what you actually see on the field. Like you might report differently because of the different government pressures. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Can you put the challenges? I just only put 3 here, and you have already talked about them. A fear of being vulnerable or imperfect. We have this image, things that we have to protect. The ego business is in there, and I cannot be vulnerable. And I wanted to say this because we are going to talk about vulnerability in a minute. Pressure to conform to internal and external pressure. External expectations from donors, from board members. And I like what you are talking about there. Actually, donors encouraging us to lie. Because then if you really say the truth about what is happening, then the money won't come. And so you are caught between a rock and a hard place. And the thing is, that donor is being pushed by the board that they respond to, because if they don't say, you have said what you have said, so you can just see, and I want to call it a lie chain that is created among all of us. And if you lie long enough, you become what? You become a liar, right? If you really lie long enough, it becomes the truth for you. And then we don't know even where to stop. And we call it, I think you are sugarcoating the thing, but it is not really sugarcoating, we are actually lying. And then difficult balancing personal and organizational values. Most of us don't want to do that, and also our organizations want to look like we are really doing what we are not doing. And so in a situation like this one, how do you do this? Because I was a donor for 25 years with different foundations. And the things you would discover that are going on, because then I would go there and I want to go to the field and I want to see. We have also had a situation whereby somebody was actually building houses, and they are the ones who told us, because I'm a researcher, so I hear everything. And during the talk, they talked about they are building 59 apartments in this Nairobi here for children, and they forgot that they were actually, they are getting donor money to build personal houses. So the sector is really corrupted. And we carry that. The communities are, people have learned how to lie. I went to Nyeri one time, those of you who are from Kenya, and the women group has got this machine for making blocks. And those of you who are Kenyans know the best quarry stones comes from Nyeri. So I asked them, what are you doing with this thing here? They told me, we were told that is what the donor gives. So I said, what are you going to do with a concrete making machine when everybody is coming to Nyeri to get quarry stone? They says, we don't know, we will figure it out, but we did not want to miss out. So I want us to just really think. And then also, when you are authentic, the victimization that you can actually get from your boss because you spoke the truth, and that is not welcome, because they themselves don't want to speak the truth. And yet, this kind of work, to get the impact that we need, we really need to create an environment, the safe thing you are talking about, where people can really be themselves. We had you sign something here, and most of you are not happy with it, maybe, not most. Some of you was like, why are they doing this? Because now you become vulnerable with people, and then somebody is telling you, because now they know you are type 3. You stop that, you are type 3 business. You can do this and do this and do this. So, the anagram actually opens you up, but it is not for exploitation. It is for growth. And later today, we will be talking about a little bit of that. So how do we become authentic? So I realize, and all of us know how challenging and how difficult it is. But then it damages our work, and in future it hurts what we are trying to do. So how do we create an environment to do this? You have seen how many times we are asking with these mapping things that Peter is doing, what are your values? And actually, somebody in the other group also listed 15 of them, and when you ask them how they align, it was blank. So this value thing, we have them on board. Some of them are posted on canvas somewhere in the office there for everybody to see, but nobody is practicing them. You know, understanding emotions. I think this is what they call emotional intelligence, how you are dealing with people in the office, and what you take and don't take, and how you deal with the person, and then be transparent. How you create an environment. Unless a leader creates this environment, it will not come. Creating a transparent, people know you are lying to them. People know you are not really, you don't mean what you say. And then take care of yourself. I don't want to get into this, because when you are tired and you are overworked and you are completely beside yourself, it is almost impossible to actually be yourself. If you be yourself, you will say things that you will regret the next day you say. So do you have a hold on yourself, and are you there? And then finally, authentic leadership builds trust, which is critical for mission-driven organization. And it fosters connections with staff, volunteers, donors, and the community. Think about this for a moment. Isn't this what we want? And how do we get there? And just to reflect, what kind of a leader am I? Can people count on me to do this? Or have I actually, you know, and then can my team trust that when we come and talk about stuff here, and of course we don't bring everything there. There are some personal things that you cannot necessarily bring there, but people will know the boundaries because the door has been opened. But if the door is closed and we are just saying, do you see how much people prepare for donor visits? Completely camouflage the whole thing. And I want to tell you just one final example. The boss, the number 2 at Wellspring, said that they wanted to come with me to the field. They don't do that, and my immediate reaction is what they want. What do they want? So I sat her down, my boss, like up there, and I said, I work from before 9 to 10. That is, we are going to Tanzania. And I said, I have not prepared people in the field how to talk to you. So I said, you are going to get the real deal when we get there. Nervous as I leave, and I had not been to Kilimanjaro area, the Maasai area. So myself, I hadn't been there. But she wants to come. So you come, but you know, I also don't know. You know, so we are going there, we are going to find out, we are going to understand. And I said, you don't have to work until 10 at night. And so we went to Tanzania. I didn't even say that I'm coming with anybody. We had the time of our life with those Maasai people. The woman went back and told the president that she never had a field visit like this before, and they just come and see for themselves. That completely turned the tables on me in terms of what I could do. Because they came and went to Kenya and went to Tanzania, and I didn't, and Uganda as well. So I went with that to Tanzania and Uganda. And so again, you know, from that point on, I don't want to tell you what they say, but I never had to, you know, I never had to convince them about the program in here. But so you build relationships. So authentic. Me, because I think there's one more 8 here. Who is that? There's one there, one of the coaches. So 8s are just like that. But we all have 8 in us. Can you please think how to awaken that thing in you? It has gotten me in a lot of trouble, especially in my earlier years. Now I try to be, I will be honest because I don't know how not to be. But if we are doing this work and we want to be transformed to transform, we have to create the environment. The key thing here is that you as a leader, if you don't lead honestly and with integrity, people know and they will lie to your face constantly and continuously. And you know, I just, if I'm the one who's being, you know, like this thing we are doing, we are trying. we are piloting this program. And I just got the expectations right from the beginning. I said, I don't know what is going to happen. So don't expect this and that and that and the other. So again, how do we find that? If we are dishonest in the office, we carry that to communities, we lie about them, and being an authentic leader, you remember that thing I said yesterday? You become the instrument for transformation. And since Christine has not stopped me, I will stop myself and let her now talk about the next thing. And with caution, the authentic and the vulnerability things that we are talking about here, if the environment is not there, then you have to be careful who you are dealing with and how you are dealing with them. And yet, we will not grow, because conflict is also an important thing for growth and innovation and for change. Christine.